Alright, welcome back everyone. So, I'm gonna do another voiceover of this game I played here on Elysium. So, I'm left with Phobolog and Chongqing, which really means Chongqing. Phobolog is not very good, but we'll see what the hand is. Um, Decent preludes. I think Business Empire is probably the best of these. And it's an interesting question on self-sufficient settlement to go for the 3 cards, but he's the first player, which means that it's probably if he has a tile, he'd take it, and then self-sufficient's not very good. But let's look at the hand first and see. So you got the Sabotage, which is nice enough with Legend at play. Carbonate's okay, not great. Heather is about the same. Regolith I don't think is very good. Windmills is too far away. And then you have, like, what is this? Callisto? Like, if I'm Phobolog, maybe, I guess. But like immigrant city, caretaker contracts, special design, colonizer, just nothing good here. So in the absence of anything good, I think you're still supposed to take Chongqing, and I think you're supposed to take the mining ops here because mining ops gives me pressure on industrialist. But I'm kind of looking at specialist, and the downside is that I don't really have a way of getting specialist, even with the business empire. So that's why I'm kind of going back and forth. Self-sufficient gives me lines towards specialist, and also lets me get the 3 cards if he doesn't have a tile. But if he does, it's kind of disastrous. Chongqing wants to play building tags anyway, so I think mining ops makes enough sense. And like I said, industrialist award helps as well. So I basically decide, yeah, I kind of need to go mining ops. I take carbonate because it's okay. It's not great, but this hand doesn't have great things going on in it. I also speculate on the heather. I take the immigrant city just because it is a city tile, but again, it's not great. It's just so mediocre all around. But I think it's the best I can do. But I try desperately to figure out which prelude to take here because there's trade-offs to both of them, but it is ultimately what I decide. I've learned my lesson about trying to skip ahead. I'm just going to play it at 2x speed, and you guys are just going to have to listen to my rambling for a little bit. So the meta is a little different on Elysium because different milestones and awards, but it's not that different. Elysium, more than any board, likes playing to the board, as we've talked about in prior games of this tournament. And additionally, events now count towards milestones, which make them even better, and space events were already some of the best cards in the game. I think the biggest thing to think about is when it comes to the awards, your steel and your energy production can be much more important with Industrialist as an award. So you should be thinking about the impacts of stuff like mass converter and other things like that. He plays metals and biofuels, which means I could have gotten away with the city placement, which means maybe I should have, to be quite honest. It would have gotten me enough for specialist, but I figure, 1 MC difference, I'll find it somewhere. Now you'll notice that Meister here likes to talk a lot, which is fine. I am too, am one that will engage in some friendly banter, but spoiler alert, this game does not really go very well for me. So as the banter continues, I am very much done with discussing how awful my hand is. Ah, there's the research outpost. Perfect. Alright, well, I can sabotage him at least, but we're kind of in trouble now. And it's already just Gen 1. My opponent has opened with research outposts, so here we go. He looks like he's in good shape on Generalist. I'm in pretty good shape on Specialist. So here's interesting. He has 3 energy prod, so Steelworks is kind of scary. Penguins and birds both kind of inconsequential, and Quantum is good but kind of far away. So I think I'd go Steelworks here because I take Quantum. I'd have gone Steelworks. Anyway, Fueled is great. There's a bumper in the other pack, so I was rewarded. I take Penguins. I think I should have taken Steelworks there. He has 3 energy prod. Anyway, Penguins I think is probably not a great keep, but it's not the worst. He passed me back the ore processor, so I guess he really just doesn't care too much about the bumper. I have fuel generators. I think speculating on Quantum is perfectly fine. Um, I guess I can speculate on penguins. I'm a little colored with knowing how this game goes, but penguins is a fine spec because I've got nothing to do. The problem is that it's not very good. But when you have nothing good to do and nothing good, it's kind of hard. So here you see my mouse moving. It's because I'm debating, do I want to play fuel generators into carbonate processing? I lean towards no. There was a lot of debate about this amongst other strong players, and some said yes, some said no. Um, I say no because I have no other follow-up to it. I have no other heat prod. I have no other power that is playable at any time frame. I don't have any real payoffs for heat prod. If I'd found like a GHG factory, yeah, I'd play carbonate processing as well. If I found a lunar beam, yeah, I'd play carbonate processing. If I found a bushes, yeah, I'd play carbonate processing. But when I found none of those things, and I'm effectively just getting, 2 heat prod because, the energy eventually rolls over to heat, and it is my only energy, and it's -1 income, that's such a bitter pill to swallow. So ultimately, I think about it really hard and ultimately decide, yeah, I can't do it. I'm passing. So you could argue maybe I should have just skipped it from the very beginning, but yeah, good cards, eh? He starts the quips already. It's gonna get worse for my sanity and with his quips. Oh, mining rights, perfect. Not that I didn't wanted a card like that or anything. So here you got Underground City, which is a little scary to give him with his energy, but mine is pretty good. Fusion power is pretty good. It's pretty tough. Because he has 3 energy here, right? So I take the Underground City just because I don't want him to have a city with Underground City and teleport away towards the middle as well. Fusion power seems better than water splitting to me. Yeah, and all the bumpers have already been there. Um, Underground City, Fusion Powers, okay. If I find one more energy, it works with the fuel generators, helps me play the Underground City, but I don't really. Underground City isn't that good, is the problem, right? I'm taking it because it's a steel dump, that's a city. Things are kind of awful with my hand. I have nothing going on right now, so it makes enough sense, but I already have too much steel and I'm going to be investing in more steel. Like, you can see why this is a problem. um, yeah, you can read the salt. You can read the salt. I'm talking to the people watching here. This is just a terrible, terrible start, and I've got nothing I can do. Oh, Dome Crater, perfect. Well, he just took the spot I wanted. So now what do I do? Conversions, cities, and now my salt is flowing because I'm sure you got some good cards from that 3-card spot. I had the chance with the SSS, and if I'd been first player, I might have gone that route, but I wasn't, so I didn't risk it, and now I'm paying the price. Just for the record, I do know from talking with him after the game, he did have heat trappers, so I was correct not to play the carbonate processing because I've been hit with heat trappers right now, which would have been like the ultimate insult to injury. But here I am with 62 cash and 8 steel passing because I have absolutely nothing to do. Oh, good. More useless garbage. Power infrastructure actually good because it lets me play the fusion power, which just tells you how dire my straits are. Just to talk about the other draft, Tundra Farming and Security Fleet suck, so I'm not taking those. It's a clear gene repair. Um, Mining Expedition is an event, so I think that's more important than Beam. He hasn't really played any Jovians. Could I play Jovians? A little tempting, honestly, but I already have the fusion power with the power infrastructure, so I think it's a little too expensive for what it does for me. So at least with power infrastructure, I have a play now. It's not a great play, but it is a play. Um, so now I can do fusion. Oh yeah, blow up his plants. Then do power infrastructure into fuel generators, into fusion power, into, I guess, underground city and immigrant city. I don't know. It's so bad. Like, what could go wrong playing mediocre cities? Oh, he has got Mars U? Aw, excellent. And now he is self-replicating something. I wish it popped up when he does. I go for the card going, please. Oh, good. It's immigration shuttles. Well, that's specialist, I guess. Kill me now. Gosh, it's so bad. And the worst part is, I'm going to play it because it's literally better than anything I've been doing so far. So it's large convoy. Okay, so he's going to be duplicating large convoy. We are in big trouble. I think I'd play the underground city, even though I don't have steel to use on it. I'm not convinced that's right. I think at this point the salt has already started flowing a good bit. I am pretty dead with my hand. Oh, and media group. Okay, great. Well, watch me tempt fate. Can this day get any worse? I said it ironically, so I think I'm okay. Um, at least I have specialist. That's something. But yeah, he's pretty much got generalist when he wants it. He has much better cards, much better production. Protected Valley. Okay, that's great. Means I was not punished for going ahead and playing the Underground City to get the Steel Prod. I'm actually considering playing Corporate Stronghold, which tells you how bad the state of the game is right now. At this point, I kind of already see I don't really have any shot without either card draw or going super degen, dragging out the game to like Gen 13 and just like SPing greeneries everywhere. I don't really see any other ways of being in this game. Peroxide power is fine. I can always use more power in this state. I think he's saying, wow, I didn't expect you to play immigration shuttles. Yeah, well, I didn't expect I'd be playing it either in Gen 2 of this game, and yet here we are. Oh, yep, the big asteroid blowing up my stuff. Gets the heat for the generalist. Protected Valley for some points is fine. At least I didn't get those plants blown up, so I was a little rewarded for him rushing it out. Corporate Stronghold, kind of sad. I play it down there to fight a little on Desert Settler, make it so his city doesn't have as many good conversions, but it's not very good. It sets up a possible urbanized area if I happen to find it, or he could find it. Uh, yeah, it's not great, but I mean, I don't have a lot of great things to be doing right now. Like I said, I've kind of had to just go full degen. For those of you wondering what that action is, that's power infrastructure. Just didn't see the point in using it here. Oh, towing a comet? Okay. Oh, for the GHG producing bacteria. Yeah, that's not good. That basically is setting them up very nicely for ecologist as well. Estate dealer is not settled for either of us. Greenhouses, my gosh. I play these cities, then he has that card. Oh, it's disgusting. So yeah, ecologist is basically locked up for him at this point, I would say. Estate dealer's looking decent for him as well. He doesn't have card draw yet, though, so maybe if I find AI Central and the science tags to play it in the next draft, it'll be okay. Plantation's easy keep of those cards. This is a tough draft. I would love to take designed microorganisms because I already said the way I win is going degen and throwing out a billion plants. But small animals is right about to be playable here at 6%, and it feels wrong to get plant prod just to have one of them eaten by the small animals. So I take the small animals here, and I'm a little annoyed by the whole situation. Mag Field Dome, I mean, that and Necrotorial are both kind of meh. You take those two. I promise I don't even have the science to play to turn on the plantation because I just don't have anything in my hand. It's awful. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can play colonizer, sure, but what is this hand? What? I can't play any of it. I can't even use my action. I have nothing to fund. I have nothing to do. It's so bad. Yeah, he plays it. It's a perfectly good card for him with Mars U. Oh, and Protected Habs. Great. Alright. Well, at this point, I don't see a way to win. I'll be quite honest. At Gen 6 here, I've kind of already resigned myself to I'm losing this game, and there's really nothing I ever could have done about it. Uh, some people argued, maybe I could have won with the Carbonate, but then I said, yeah, but Heat Trappers, so no, I couldn't have won even with that. And so they go, oh, yeah, you just kind of lost then, huh? So he takes Ecologist, so I'm down up top. I'm down on cards. Oh my gosh, it is the most hated card in the game for me. I hate Business Contacts so much. This card is so bad. And yet, here we are where I have so little to do, I must YOLO on the Business Contacts. I overrate how bad the card is. It's a good card if you have the money, which I do, and if you have nothing to play, which I don't. So it's a good card for me in this situation. But typically, what my experience has been is you pay 10 mega credits and you see 4 useless cards, and you're like, great, glad I wasted 8 cash on this. But anyway, uh, gosh, I'm almost tempted to take Tech Stress, but it's Nitro Moss because he has Eco Zone. Noctis Farming because he has no, he doesn't have Eco Zone. Maybe I'm thinking about the future. I don't remember. I tried to block this game out of my memory as best I could. But still don't pass bio cards as a general rule of thumb. I take the Tech Stress just because I guess going the full degen, you might as well just buy whatever card is even remotely reasonable because I've got so little to do right now. Oh, Electro Cat, perfect. I didn't want that card either. Gen 7 though is kind of late. Okay, card draw. And then honestly, Escarpment's kind of interesting. Decomposers is fun too, but I'm funding that Industrialist, baby. I'm Escarpmenting him. I told you I'm going degen, and I am going degen. Maybe one day that Quantum Extractor will be playable for me. Space Elevator? Oh, I'll take it. You got your Gen 7 Electrocat. Meet my Gen 7 Space Elevator. So good. It's so good. Yeah, I'm just taking the power now too. I'm just like, you know what? We're going Gen 14 or I'm dead. So I'm just gonna have to take every ounce of power I can. Before I was thinking, maybe it'll be okay if I let some of the energy roll over, find a heat conversion eventually from like optimal arrow breaking. It'll be okay. But yeah, I've already said nah. I'm just dead if this doesn't go Gen 13. So he funds Benefactor. Makes sense. He's killing me in the TR, so that would definitely be the right thing to do. And I'm just going to SP Greeneries. Gets my small animals down and just screw it. I have nothing to do. I'm just going to take his oxygen and pray that the heat somehow lasts till Gen 14. So here's one of those annoying ones where Comet's obviously great for him because he has Media Group and it's just a good card. Pushes the game pace along. Urbanized is pretty good for me with my excess steel. Helps me with the getting that sixth city for the immigration shuttles. Herbivores is also a pretty good card here, so I think I lean Herbies in this situation. Take Urbanized? I disagree. I should have taken Herbies, I think, and then taken Urbanized on the wheel. But like I said, I honestly didn't care. At this point in the game, I know I've lost. There's nothing to do. The science tag is nice. That's something. Now I get to sit and debate, do I want to SP greeneries or do I want to just wait for the herbies? And I decide, I'll SP greeneries. I got nothing better to do. This will let me fight on estate dealer. Getting up to 6 plants lets me get another SP greenery convert next gen. So, oh, Deimos down, perfect. And this is when I was truly like, yeah, I've lost. There's no there's nothing left to do. The rest of this game is insects is just like the ultimate insult to injury too. Like I really debate just not even buying it because there's no way it's ever going to be playable in any reasonable amount of time because I've had nothing to do for too long. I end up taking it because I'll feel like an idiot if I don't, and it goes, Gen 13 somehow. But considering he just played Deimos and I passed him Comet, I don't really see it going Gen 13. Yeah, sure. Get the 3 cash prod. Why not? If he has commercial district, that'd be like the ultimate insult to injury in this position. Yeah, there's the Comet. Again, why not? I did pass it to him, so I got no one to blame but myself on that one. But like I said, I was pretty checked out back in Gen 6 or so, and it's not gotten much better since into Gen 8. There's that large convoy for 4 cash, which is, just proof that self-replicating robots can be fair and balanced sometimes. It's not that strong of a card, but when you get a card like Imported Nitrogen or Large Convoy, it can be, backbreakingly strong. Oh yeah, here's the bushes. That is a lot of oxygen. Yeah, he knows he's won. He's SPing the asteroids already. Yeah, permafrost, basically guaranteeing a state dealer for himself. Sure. Personally, I'd have done it. It's 4 cash, but he's kind of killing the mangrove, which I'm sure he has. Yeah, sure, research. Maybe the research will draw me AI so that I can pretend to have a chance while I lose horribly. AI definitely is not saving me in this position. Building industries is industrialist fighting. Mining area is kind of cute for maybe fighting on desert settler. I mean, I'm trying to say things to make it sound like I have some sort of plan here, but there's no plan. I'm just losing, and I just don't feel like leaving you with silence for the next 10 minutes. Which is one of those things that I think is something I don't see often in Terraforming Mars, where I feel like I have absolutely no hope. So I do still like the game quite a lot. It is still my favorite board game. But these times where you have nothing and your opponent has, plenty of good stuff just leaves you feeling a little demoralized during the game, which I think is one of its small flaws. But honestly, I don't even know if Indentured Workers is good here, but whatever. It's a card I can play, therefore it's better than half my hand. Research YOLO. Oh, underground debts. We're so in business. Yeah. Okay, SP that attempt. Oh, I can finally play Quantum. Oh boy. The Gen 9 Quantum. At least that industrialist is safe. So yeah, he takes the ocean. He knew I wasn't going to take it. I can't afford to ever raise temperature or oceans. I'm just dead if I do. At least my Pingus will finally come online pretty soon, though. Like I said, I feel I probably should have skipped them in retrospect, but, and 1 point animals are nice to have for point scoring, and I had nothing else going on, I suppose, so it is fine to have kept them. Oh, he has imported nitrogen, too. Oh, like, really? I wonder if he drew it from the large convoy. I didn't ask him, but that'd be par for the course. Yeah, I guess I'll fund, like, I don't know. Celebrity, probably the safest. Desert Settler, probably also fine. Till he plays the commercial district in Nuke Zone, I'm sure he has. Yeah, I ultimately side Desert Settler, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, my win condition was Gen 13, and I don't think we're getting past Gen 10. Like Marineris, and I have to give him imported hydrogen. Like, that's so cruel, game. That's so cruel. Two of the best oceans in the game just handed to him here. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? Wah. Time to SP Greeneries to take away his oxygen and do my best to win Desert Settler. Like, because what else am I going to do? I could have played Plantation, actually. That was sloppy. But like I said, I stopped caring in Gen 6. This is has already been a loss since then. This is just me running through the motions. Physics Complex is hilarious with my 6 energy, so sure, why not? Yeah, the insect's not really getting played. Kinda. Well, I should have skipped it, I think, but oh well. I was praying and dreaming that something could happen from it, but the miracle never happened. I don't know if anyone else gets the reference from Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, but I still remember that meme, and so I will try and keep it alive. And here he's just calculating, can I end and win here? And the answer is if he can end, he's definitely winning. So I believe he does have what it takes with those 7 cards in hand. Let's see if my memory serves me correctly. Here's my saltiness as I sit here waiting for my Executioner's axe to fall. Oh, birds, yeah. Well, didn't hit my plant prod, didn't have any. So, always correct not to play insects. Does mean he's about to drop the imported nitrogen on those birds, though, which seems like a good time. Oh, virus. Yeah, sure. Oh, nuke zone. Perfect. At least he doesn't have Lake Marineris, I suppose. So I recognize that he can end. Oh, he has Ice Cap melting too. Perfect. But I mean, I could keep selling cards, but I mean, it doesn't do anything. He could always win if he had Nuke Zone and Ice Cap, and he's just got it. So he's got it. That imported hydrogen for super cheap, because again, self-replicating robots can be fair and balanced into the GHG, raising it up. Very nice. And then the archives. Classic. Yeah, so he ends pretty easily there. And yeah, that's it for me this game. There's nothing more for me to do. I don't think there was ever much for me to do at all, honestly. Like I SP'd some greeneries, but like 67 and 10, like that's just awful. So anyway, let's go to the in-game score here. So we can look at it as we talk about the post-mortem on this. Also, I wish I'd put the greenery for 2 points there instead of just 1 point, but I don't think that would have closed the score gap, so whatever. So, what went wrong? I don't think too much went wrong for me in terms of the drafts I did. I think it was more just I had unplayable cards, and he did not for most of the game. I think if I had to make like the one big mistake I made, it was probably passing the Comet. I should have kept the Comet, given him either the Urbies or the urbanized area, and gotten one of them back. I think that is by far the biggest mistake I made, but aside from that, I don't know. I don't think there was too many mistakes made. Like playing Urbies uh, doesn't do enough. Playing the card, saving the money for card Inventors Guild card draw doesn't do enough because it's too late in the game. Playing the cities wasn't good, but I also didn't have other things to do, so it wasn't awful either. I just needed some sort of combo piece to pull me back into it, right? Like an eco zone, viral enhancers, AI Central obviously would have been nice. Media group, though not that I found events to really use media group. Anyway, yeah, there just wasn't much. There's not much more to say. This is just an example of how card quality can just determine some games and leave you without much recourse. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tournament journey. We are already underway on another tournament, which is back to Tharsis, so you'll see some videos from that in a little while. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.